There is a global government. They are intending to exterminate us, and they want to enslave us. And they're going to do it through technology and through food control.
I think that the intelligence agencies probably know about this event. Is it a high priority for them? No. I mean, what are they going to care about a bunch of people who are curious about homesteading?
So the Exit and Build Land Summit, it just brings together an extraordinary collection of really world-class speakers who have the kind of knowledge that I think is critical for the sustainability and survivability of human civilization.
Exit and Build is this strategy, really, to bring about change in the world. Rather than yelling at government buildings, protesting, begging politicians to do the right thing, going to the ballot box every 2 to 4 years and feeling like we're honoring some civic obligation, we encourage people to exit the systems they disagree with, exit the systems they find to be reprehensible, and build new systems.
The threats that are looming that we aim to exit is essentially a parasitic, centralized system that is no longer serving us, is no longer serving the environment and the planet. And there has to be a new era of human consciousness that we can tap into alternative approaches to living in harmony with nature and living in harmony with our neighbors, and peace and collaboration and local economy and connection.
Exit and Build is not just about physical location, but it's about exiting from what I consider slavery systems of various types, systems that don't align with our values, that might actually hold us back or limit our freedom, and if not now, in the future will limit our freedom by continuing to be a part of them.
We are at the Exit and Build Land Summit 3, located at the Bastrop, Texas Convention Center.
I'm John Bush. I'm the founder of Live Free Academy, and along with my wife, Rebecca, we host the Exit and Build Land Summit, bringing together people who are looking to exit the cities, buy land, and build community in the country.
The country has been through over 100 years, several like big green, back to the farm, back to the earth movements, and this one seems different.
Our ultimate purpose is to attract like-minded people that care about freedom, get them out of the cities, and connect all these communities so one day we can experience true political autonomy and self-governance.
We are at the farm immersion tours for Exit and Build 3, and this is an integral part of what this event is about, because this is the hands-on application of taking in the knowledge and seeing firsthand how you actually apply it into your own homestead.
Well, the farm tour looks great, you know, and it was fantastic to experience these people showing us homesteading life.
So we're at Habitable Spaces, which is an arts and agricultural focused nonprofit. Everything you see around here we built from scratch on a shoestring budget with mostly salvage materials.
We wanted to get out of the city, and we wanted to keep what we love about New York, which is the flow of people, the diversity of culture. Yes, this is a place of mindfulness when you're surrounded by plants and animals and nature.
We brought you over to the garden where I have some garden beds set up using hugelkultur. So hugelkultur is just a German word that translates directly to hill culture, and it's about how to build your soil up. Rarely it is that people don't want to make a change. It's that they don't know how. So after they come out, after they see how easy it is, how simple that they could do it in their own backyard, how they can grow their own food, how they get their hands dirty, they get a little bit of an excitement, and that's the catalyst that they need.
We went down to the groves to a very large tree. We have about 100 acres of native pecans. If that tree is about 300 years old, and it could be, then the Indians could have been eating the pecans off that tree. Well, you can start learning about farming at any time in your life. I did not purchase my first farm until I was 39 years old, and I never planted a pecan tree till I was 41 years old.
The Exit and Build Land Summit has been awesome, and I would say to anybody out there who's considering doing this next year, do it. You won't be disappointed.
It's been great. I mean, everyone's so receptive. I'm just personally excited just to meet a lot of these people.
A lot of us are thinking the same thing, but it feels great being around these folks.
There's never been a more critical time to make sure you're getting the right information, good information.
Leave school.
get out of school. It's like that's the ultimate answer, is to get away from that indoctrination that starts now today in kindergarten and preschool.
We each have gifts that we can bring to the table, but everyone has different gifts, but when we work together, we can accomplish so much more than any one of us can by ourselves.
You can shape your world to resonate with how you see the world, and I think the more of us that are doing that, the better for everybody else.
It's like, how do we create purpose in the places that we're living, in these new villages, in these new communities that are going to start emerging all over the place?
Most of the old system is just based on, like, if we have the money, the guns, the whatever it is, if we're the government or if we're the warlord, depending on where you're at in the world and when, it's always just been like, no, we get to tell you what to do.
I think ultimately it does appeal to everybody. It's just having the courage to be able to step away from what is considered the norm.
My advice is for folks is to follow your passion. Whatever just lights you up inside is the way.
You're responsible for your own life, for your health, for the education of your children. And so the more you take that on, that's something that we can come together about. And that's what we need to do, is not look at our differences, not fear each other, but how can we work together to make this a better life for everyone?
The government and big corporations want people dependent on them. But as we get back to the land, as we move out to the country, as we connect and trade and work and support one another, it makes it far more difficult to suppress these movements. It's going to eventually be a cat that you can't put back in the bag.